The mission of the Martin de Porres Center is really to foster education, arts, and spirituality. Martin de Porres is such an inspiring person. He was the lay brother of the Dominican order. He's Peruvian, and then he's of mixed race. He was dedicated to his community. He was the patron of race equality, race harmony. And when you look at what he was doing at the same time that what we are doing right now with the community is very parallel. We are a ministry of the Dominican Sisters of Peace, and as the Dominican Sisters of Peace, we have a number of ministries that are dedicated to the community. I started with the sisters 6 years ago, and prior to that, about 2 years of volunteering. And it has been very rewarding to see how we have evolved on the way that we provide service to the community and the way that the community comes back to the center. By servicing the kids, they come back and they tell us how safe they feel in this place. We have community members that they feel that there is a relief. Sisters that come in here and have their event in here. And then we have families that come asking for resources, and we're able to connect them with other resources. So there is that trust, there is the commitment, there is the potential that we see that in them and their families. So some of the barriers that our families, our Latinx families are facing, they can be broken down into several sections. They face challenges that are economically, there is education, there is a lot of things, immigration. And now in the last 2 years with the pandemic, you add that to our families, there was a lot of struggle. There was a mental health struggle. There were a lot of education gaps. We have been changing our programming to make sure that we close those gaps as they needed. And when I talk about back to the trust and back to the commitment, that's what creates that extra trust and that extra commitment. We are continuously gathering data from the students to understand what is it that they need. So we create programs based on the needs. The Dare to Live in Peace program has been around it's an initiative, and it has been around for about 10 years. We started out at a small mobile home community, and we gathered data from that very small home community of Latinx families. And from that point, we have been able to expand to the services in the community, in the schools, and here at the center. And what is important about the Dare to Live in Peace is that it's very focused on helping our families build resilience and build the skills to live a life that is peaceful and be able to manage different conflicts. So some of the needs that we found through that, it was connection. It was helping families navigate systems, helping families with connections to legal services, connections to mental health and health services in general. Then we also found that families needed language accessibility. We have been very intentional on making sure that our staff is culturally aware, is culturally humble, and is culturally knowledgeable of the community that we serve to make sure that we continue building that trust. Aside of that, we have a number of sisters that come and spend time with us through the program by mentoring, by tutoring. And then we also have a number of volunteers that through service learning with the college, we're able to provide them hours, and they're able to provide us with time for the programmings. To be one of the 5 nonprofits to watch this year has been an amazing honor. We continue evolving. We continue making sure that our community is served the way that they need to be served. We are always listening to what they need. We are welcoming everyone, and we want to make sure that our youth, we want to make sure that our families are safe in all capacities. And that's where we're focusing our efforts.